guest has won an Oscar, a Golden Globe, 3 BAFTAs, and just yesterday he added a knighthood to that list. He's starring in the 5th season of Slow Horses with new episodes released every Wednesday. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the helm, the latest Knight of the Realm. Arise, Sir Gary Oldman!
Yes! How about that, Gary? Sir Gary!
Oh, I know. How wonderful.
You said, as you came in today, you said it feels surreal. Well,
Yes.
I suppose it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's quite an overwhelming experience. And of course, there's nothing that can prepare you for it. You can't rehearse it. It is its own thing. It's singular, unique, emotional, deeply humbling. Yes, it was an overwhelming day that there's parts of it I can't actually remember. I think because it's similar to, it doesn't, I mean, the Oscar pales really in comparison to this, but there are those moments that you're up there on the stage, in front of a big group of people, and you're holding this Oscar, and you're up there trying not to look too nervous and sound stupid, and then you get to the wings, and then you go, "What did I say?" You can't really remember it, and it's a similar experience. The sword is this routine that they have where His Royal Highness is handed the sword and then they tap you on the shoulder. I mean, it appears and it disappears in a flash. It's real pomp and circumstance, and it's at Windsor, and the building and the whole thing in itself is quite awe-inspiring. So,
and it was a beautiful day as well, wasn't it?
Beautiful sunshine. No one on earth does it quite like the Brits.
It's so true.
I have to say,
it's so true. And you can't buy one. You can't create one. It's quite incredible. Yeah. How did you find out about yours? Because there is a process, isn't there?
There is a process.
Yeah.
There are people pulling strings
and whispering.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah,
doing their. Who I guess you're nominated or positioned to at least be seen.
Do you have any idea who nominated you?
I probably don't know the full story, but a friend of ours, Giles Brandreth,
right.
I think he played a part. I do believe that Jay Hunt, our producer on Slow Horses, played a role in it. I think my manager, the seeds were sown.
Yeah.
But it was news to me.
And it's so you're in the King's list. You're on the King's list.
You're on the King's list.
And
yes.
Did you get a letter from the Prime Minister? Did you get that? Is that how it works?
I didn't receive it personally, but my manager received the letter from the Prime Minister. They want to know if you would turn it down.
Yeah.
And there are some people that turn it down for very good reasons. To themselves, and you're at liberty to do that. For me, I think it would be incredibly rude and disrespectful. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, it's your offer. It's down to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I think it's an incredible honour, and also. Dr. Samantha Morton was there, who I've never worked with, but have run into, and in fact worked with her ex when I did Charlie Crute Miles, when I did Nil by Mouth. But I didn't recognise or know many of the people who were receiving honours, but they're people who are not in front of the camera. They're not entertainers. They're people that we don't know or we've never heard of, who are doing incredible work.
Vocational.
Yeah,
roles.
Quietly.
Yeah, quietly. The opposite of us
behind the scenes. So it was a wonderful day in that respect to celebrate, to be there, and to celebrate those people.
Yeah.
Who have served men and women who have served in the military, and
or medical staff or whatever.
There were doctors and scientists.
And if you look in one of the broadsheets today, you'll see, and there are loads and loads of people, MBEs, CBEs, OBEs.
Yeah, there was I think there was about 100.
Yeah, like you say, it's very humbling. It's because it's so grand in one way, but so humbling in another.
Yeah, it was oddly emotional when I finally got there in front of the one who is now the Prince of Wales. I for a second there, I couldn't quite find my voice.
I'm sure.
It's quite overwhelming.
Yeah, because you said, like you say, an Academy Award is one thing, but a knighthood is completely different.
And now I'm beholden. Now, if there's an uprising, I've got to grab my sword.
You're on call. You're on standby.
I'm on standby now.
But I mean, look at the list: Sir Kenneth Branagh, Sir Sean Connery, Sir Christopher Lee, Sir Alec Guinness, Sir John Gielgud, Sir Laurence Olivier, Sir Roger Moore. I could go on. I'll go on a bit more. Sir Jonathan Pryce, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Sir Ian McKellen, Sir Michael Caine. And now Sir Gary Oldman, Sir Lenny Henry, Sir Mark Rylance. Did you ever in a million years in your wildest dreams? No. Come on, I mean, what's the furthest away you have been from a knighthood, if you think back on your life?
The furthest away.
The most unlikely moment in your life that you would have a knighthood bestowed upon you. Not getting picked for the footy team, or
no? I think that's probably. I would think when I was little, probably nicking a handful of blackjacks or fruit salads
from the newsagents.
From the newsagents.
Yeah, that's not future knighthood behaviour.
Not really.
Because you can't afford a penny mix.
You
can't afford we were talking about it the other day. It's so funny, the old penny mix. You could get a mix for a penny. What the heck is going on?
That is fantastic. I've not heard that for a while.
Penny mix.
A penny mix.
5 penny mix.
Oh, and a sherbet dab.
Oh, mate. And don't get me on Victory V's, whatever you do.
Victory V's, yeah.
And Fisherman's Friends.
And a mivvy. Do you remember a mivvy?
Yeah, strawberry mivvy, mince imperials, chocolate chewing nuts, cola cubes. I'm hungry now. Gary, Slow Horses is back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's back. Is Slow Horses the closest you've ever come to a regular job?
Kind of now. Yeah, I worked before I was an actor in regular work, but now after it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
We have season 6 in the can.
What?
We've shot.
I'm just looking forward to episode 3 of season 5, but you got season 6 in the can as well.
Oh, episode 3, season 5 is a good one.
Oh, I might have to go now. Can you carry on with the rest of the show? Can you rock and roll it, Sir Gary?
So it's I'm not giving anything away or telling tales out of school. We've shot season 6.
Wow.
And in end of October, we're back. We're in 7.
No,
we're shooting 7.
So I mean, for anything to get to 7 series, no matter how good it is nowadays, is almost a miracle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's when I say is it the closest thing you've come to like a routine job, there is a regularity to it. You are a film star, of course. Your filmography is embarrassing, by the way. It's just embarrassing. I was listening to Liam Neeson in an interview the other day, and he's trying to get to 100. Because is that a thing, getting to 100 movies? Because it's a big deal. It's hard to get to 100 movies.
Really? I think I'm over 100.
I think you might be. Yeah. But your filmography is amazing. Does it all get put on hold for something like Slow Horses?
I'm off.
And you're fine with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be?
I'm not available.
You're right.
And I'm sure there's, you know, this is the thing with the industry, and you know, talent and you gather experience as you work more and more over the years. But you know, talent is a part of it. But I have had diabolical luck as well. They in equal measure. They one has to work with the other. And there are things that you miss, roles that come along that you're not available for, and they're roles that are successful for other people that end up being, you know, good for someone else. And that's just the journey. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know what I've missed. I really don't want to know. I'm not thinking about the cinema. I'm in the show. I love playing the role. And I love the people. The people working on Slow Horses all the way from now. We have the same makeup people, and you go back and it's the same costume design, it's the same camera operator, it's the same sound mixer, and the actors are glorious, and you just go back each time and you really look forward to going back and seeing everyone.
Yeah, because it's a family. It's a family, isn't it? And that's the thing. I was thinking about it on the way in, Gary, because, you know, we do this every single day, you know, and I've heard other people talking about long-running things, you know, and you have to really, really like it and enjoy it. When you get to a certain level, you've got to go to work. You've got to go to work. You know, got to put bread on the table. But you get to hopefully, you know, everybody gets their version of this in their life, and you get to a place and a space and you want to go to work and you make it work for you, and it's not about the job. The job is the icing on the cake. It's about the camaraderie, the community. It's about the swapping of stories.
Yeah. When you're younger and you've got that fire and ambition, you're desperate for the end product to be good. As I've got older, it's the journey there that is more important. And you hope that when you put your baby out in the world, that people love your baby, you know. But the making of the show, I'm thrilled it's successful, because we wouldn't be back, and might not be sitting here. You know, we would have had two seasons, and that would have been it. So I'm thrilled that it's successful, but I feel really very lucky and privileged at my age to have landed this gig. And work with this bunch, and work with this bunch of people. So I'm not missing film, and I'm not missing. See, I know what's coming next. I know at least I can pay the mortgage. I've got another year.
Do you actually have a mortgage?
I do have a mortgage. I have a mortgage.
Do you live in Palm Springs?
I do live in Palm Springs.
Now, I was going to talk to you about Palm Springs. I'm glad you've got onto to homes and residences this karma today. Thank you, God. Because I've been to Palm Springs, right? Yeah. You told me last time, or a couple of times ago, that you lived in Palm Springs, and I love Palm Springs.
Yeah.
I've only been twice, but I love Palm Springs. Now, obviously, Palm Springs is a desert. It's in a desert, as is Las Vegas, as is Los Angeles. They started off as deserts. They're still deserts. If we turn our back for more than a minute, they will become deserts again. That's what happens with deserts and nature. Now, it's really hot in Palm Springs. You know that. You live there. And I know that because I've been there. But I don't remember it as too hot. Am I misremembering that, or is it an okay kind of heat in Palm Springs?
I think you're misremembering.
Wait,
no. When were you there? Do you know what month?
Oh, I can't remember. No, it was really, really hot. There were still the demisters on the pavement.
Demisters.
Maybe it was so romantic and so wonderful. Maybe I just didn't mind about the heat.
The thing I like about Palm Springs is, I mean, we have a modest place. I'm not I don't live on a huge ranch
or a mid-century Frank Sinatra kind
no,
of
I don't
deal.
I don't have that, but I do have. You come out in the morning and you have your cup of tea or your coffee, and I'm looking at a mountain and big sky.
Big sky. That's the thing.
And at night, the stars, and it's quiet, and it still has a little old school charm of when Bob Hope and Frank Sinatra and the Marx Brothers and all those people lived there, and of course they would vacation there, or have a second home there, because it's within 100 miles of the studio.
Yeah, of course it is.
Either way, you could either go to Santa Barbara, Montecito, or you could go the other way to Palm Springs, and they were all within 100 miles of Burbank. The
valley.
studio, the valley, and the studio. But there's no traffic. Everything is literally 5 minutes away. There's no paparazzi. I just move around.
Is there a gang there?
A gang?
Yeah, do you have mates mates in the business there?
Oh yeah, I've got Christopher, Mark. Actually, they have a holiday home there, and they're about 90 seconds away. I think I timed it once in the car. It was I wouldn't walk around there. I have to drive around there. It's 90 seconds away. and I have a few people that are there, but you it's delusional, of course, but you feel like you're at the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like LA is really 2 hours away, but you do feel removed from the industry and the crazy world.
Yeah, and seeing the
on.
stars every night is a really important thing. Yeah. Somebody once said that one of the biggest mistakes we made in the Western world is putting these roofs over our heads so we never see the stars that remind us of our place in the universe. Yeah. And that's not about putting us in our place and us being little me's. It's about we're part of this wonderful thing. And if you do see the stars on a regular basis at night or early in the morning, like I do and like you do, because you live in Palm Springs and I get up at 4 o'clock and get in the car, I saw them again this morning. It makes everything suddenly okay. It's all okay, because this is too. It's not complex. It's too complicated and sophisticated not to be an accident. And if that's not an accident, I'm not an accident. So let's just go out and live life.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I occasionally do at home. You do out when you're outside. Sometimes at night, you do stop, and you look up and you think, "My God,
it's the best, isn't it?"
And we're so tiny.
It's the best.
We've got that. We can do this. We can save the world, and we
can twist our wrists like this, and we can bend our fingers, and we can glance from side to side, and we take it all for granted.
Yeah.
And we're insane for taking it all for granted.
And we're a ball we're like floating around.
The beautiful blue planet, the most beautiful planet we know, apart from maybe Saturn, but Saturn's got its rings, larging it as usual in the old costume department. From Palm Springs back to Slough House and Slow Horses. And I know you respect the other actors hugely, you couldn't respect them more. Do you ever think, like I do, because I'm an idiot and you're not, what it must be like for them every morning to be going to work with Gary Oldman again?
No, I don't.
I know you would, but I bet they think that.
I don't know. I mean, I've worked with people that, I hugely admired Jonathan Pryce for years, because I've seen him in film, but I've seen him on stage. So he's been an inspiration and a hero of mine. I remember working on Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, meeting John Hurt for the first time. And I was like, super fanboy. I mean, I was just in awe of John, and he didn't disappoint.
What does that mean?
He was super, super sweet.
Right.
One of the nicest, darling people you could ever
Funny.
rack onto. We don't have time. I've got stories, and we don't have time today. But yeah, he was super nice.
Right. So
and
you do get what I'm saying, because that's a beautiful answer to my question.
Yeah. And I did meet Neil Armstrong. That was that was pretty wild. And Clint Eastwood.
Oh my gosh! Just how did you meet Neil Armstrong? When did you meet Clint Eastwood?
Oh, it was just I met him just in passing. It was just completely accidental. I was introduced to Muhammad Ali.
Wow!
And he was quite ill at that point, but he looked at me, and he said, "You're a Brit. You're British." And I went, "Yeah." And he sort of took the position, and he went, "Henry Cooper."
Yeah.
And he, because you don't forget the old hammer, Emery the Hammer. Yeah. You don't forget being hit on the jaw like that, do you? By Henry Cooper.
I wouldn't imagine so.
So I've had the privilege of meeting, but I don't go in and think,
No, I know you don't, but you've answered the question, because you get it, and I appreciate your answer, and I appreciate your humility. I'm just putting myself in their shoes and finding, and I'm sure they think that. So my next question on from that would be, you've already mentioned a few names there. Who have you learnt? Which of legends in your mind, your sort of your heroes, some of them you've already mentioned, who have you learnt most from? Can you just give us like a couple of three things that you may have learnt from people?
Well, you take inspiration from different people at all different areas. The question I'm asked sometimes in Q&A is, and Lamb, particularly in the series, I am on the phone, and people ask you, is there someone on the end of the phone? Right. So there's Lamb walking down the street, and he gets a phone call, and I start talking into the phone, and I'm listening, and what they don't realise is that there's an AD with the script running alongside me, who's feeding the off-camera lines, and your skill, I suppose, is to make it look like you're actually with a conversation with someone on the other end of the phone. And I would cite and say, if you want to see like phone acting, a masterclass of phone acting, then you look at All the President's Men and you watch the scene with Robert Redford on the different phones the calls are coming in, and the camera tracks in really, really almost imperceptibly tracks in to a close-up over 7 minutes, and there's no cut. And it's the yellow jersey. It's of phone acting.
I love it. I love it.
And
what a story.
But you watch that, and I don't know. I guess you learn from it, but so you pick up things
along the way,
just along the way. I don't know if there's, people often talk about understudying and watching from the wings the great master who you're understudying. Yes, it's great. I love watching great acting. I think you learn from the doing of it.
Yeah.
You have to be doing it.
Yeah, it's
you can't just watch and then go.
Yeah,
it's like watching someone play. It's like watching Stevie Ray Vaughan play the blues and then go, "Oh, give me the guitar."
Yeah, completely.
You've got to put the work in as well.
Yeah, it's like buying a tracksuit and never going to the gym and wondering, well, why haven't I lost any weight?
I think I've done that.
We've all done that. We've all done that.
I've done that.
So like Jackson, you're saying Jackson is back. So he's great. How do you develop him without getting too nerdy about it? Does he have to get grumpier? Does he get more offish? Is he now Is he now sort of so deep within you? He tells you what to do. How much crap food have you ate over the last 7 seasons?
I've got more to come.
Yeah, I know. When you read all that stuff, I'm thinking, I sort of want it, but I sort of don't want it. And all the all the greasy spoons you go into, and all the takeaways he has, and he rests them on his belly.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. And he gets food stuck in his hair.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was His Royal Highness who I'm allowed to say this because I was asked what we spoke about, and I said, "Are we allowed to even mention that?" And they said, "Yeah." But he said that he was, I think, William and Kate are fans of the show, and he watches the show. But he says, every time I see you on the screen, he said, I just want to give you a good wash.
That's quite right, by the way.
So he speaks through me now, I guess, when we're looking at the new drafts of the script, and like any script, they need work and they need maybe a bit of fixing. And if there's a turn of phrase or a line that isn't quite lamb, I can make suggestions and I can say,
he is
more of a
filthy, isn't it?
I mean, he's even more so in the books. We've toned Jackson down a little because he's a bit on the front foot, I think.
Same with James Bond, isn't it? In the early books, very much so.
But it's great fun playing.
How dirty are you? Let's continue Prince William's theme then. How dirty do you get? How does the hair get so lank? Is it a glorious week of not washing and?
Oh no, it's every morning grease and.
You're greased up.
And I'm greased up every morning.
and presumably showered down then every night.
Yeah, and I mean, people have said, "Oh, you can smell him almost through
you can feel him."
Yeah, and it's.
Yesterday I was on the surface, like the lank hair. It's like, oh.
I do. I smell better. I do actually smell better than I look, than I appear. Here's the thing that you want as a performer, as an actor, the thing you lust after is good writing. Good writing informs the choices. They're signposts. It's like your map. And an instinctual writer will lay it out for you, and then you follow it and you interpret it. When you have not so good writing, you're always searching for the organic.
Yeah.
You're always looking to make it. There's something lacking.
Yeah.
Huge credit to Mick Herron, because he has created this universe and these people. I mean, you take something from a book. Of course, I'm a living, breathing human walking through space. I give it my own bit of something. I put a bit of English on it, but the creation of him is Mick, and it's all there for you.
Yeah.
So you take the clues, and you sort of and then run with it.
Yeah, so it's not outside in. It's the seed. The seed is there, isn't it? And when it's out, you think that where is the center of this? It's nebulous, and you think I've got to create something that isn't there. And it's like trying to sort of knit fog, as my mum would say. It's sort of impossible.
Knit fog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about as possible as knit. My mum always used to say that. She says, you got more chance of knitting fog.
Isn't it? It's amazing, these phrases. Yeah, money talk. What is it? Money. It was what she used to say about money. Talk's cheap, but money buys houses.
Exactly.
My mum used to say.
My mum always used to say, a pound of worry bought an ounce of nothing. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, they knew what they were doing, didn't they?
Yeah, I love that. I love that expression. It's like trying to knit fog.
you got more chance of knitting fog, or plaiting sand was another one. Yeah. Fine.
Plaiting sand.
Yeah, same kind of thing.
She had some
You'd have loved
slangs.
Minnie. You would have loved her.
Yeah.
And she would have loved Slow Horses. Oh, my gosh. So we got 7 series to look forward to, at least, minimum. Bang. Wow, what a laugh. And when you come over here from Palm Springs, do you have the same house? Do you have a sort of, do you parachute into your Slow Horses world?
Well, in the first season, it was COVID.
All right.
And I was with one of the producers of the show, Doug. We were at the Dorchester, and we were the only 2 people in the building.
Oh my gosh!
And for the first time in its history, it closed. And they had like a chef or cook down in the kitchen.
What an extraordinary story!
And it was like The Shining. It was all closed, except for we were the only 2 people in the hotel.
Can you believe that happened?
I can't believe, and all we did was watch. watch reality TV.
Because you didn't have any reality. That's why.
And
makes perfect sense.
My dinner would come up.
Yeah.
And it was very limited menu. There was no one around, as you know, no one on the streets. Completely empty, a ghost town, a ghost hotel, and the staff would have the mask on and the whole thing and the sanitizer, and my meal would arrive and Doug's meal, and then I would call his room. And we weren't for some reason, we weren't next door to one another. I was like on the 4th floor, he was on the 5th floor. And I call him up and they say, the food's here and Below Decks is about to start.
Oh my gosh. Below Decks.
And then we would watch that, and then it was what's next, and then I said, they got Australia Married at First Sight.
Oh my God, I love it.
We would sit there in this empty hotel watching reality TV. So that was the first year.
I mean, you've done some things in the hotel rooms, but you've never done that, or you'd never done that.
And then that was the first year.
Oh my God.
COVID.
Yes.
And now we have a house, and we're lucky that we got the same place, and we're coming back to the
all right.
same house.
So 6 is in the can and 7 you're all set. When are you going to start shooting 7 again?
I think they start at the end of October.
All right. So are you here now? Or are you going back home for a bit?
I'm going home for a bit, and then 7. I'm doing a play.
Yeah.
Next year for a limited run. But I can't say anything about it yet because they haven't announced it. But yes, I got kind of it's been a remarkable year so far.
Well, good for you. Your knighthood is not yet 24 hours old.
It isn't.
It's like a baby.
It's
like a baby. It's like
a baby.
It's like a little. You know when babies you go, it's not even a day old, and tomorrow it's going to be twice as old it was today, and that's the only time it's going to happen. And
I mean, you were reading that list there, and of course, a great many of my heroes, knights, and you think of, the Norman kings and the 14th. I mean, this whole, and I am now. I mean, technically, I have my sword ready to.
I'm sure you have a sword.
I don't have a sword. I don't have guns and swords and things like that.
All right, you can have a wooden sword, toy
you can
sword.
have a wooden sword.
Yeah. Sir Michael Gambon, Sir Ian Holmes, Alan Bates.
I know.
Sir Alan Bates. I mean, come on.
I know.
You're going back to the States as Sir Gary Oldman,
Okay.
and you'll get it on your passport eventually, I would imagine.
I believe that that the knighthood wipes away Mister.
Right.
And my wife
Yes.
becomes Giselle, Lady Oldman,
Right.
which is just
Pretty cool.
it's fantastic.
It's pretty cool, mate. So glad you make time for us, Gary. I really appreciate it. There are other shows to go on, and you always come and see us. I'm really grateful. I'm genuinely, sincerely grateful, and I love you. The Slow Horses is going from strength to strength, as if that's possible. But it's getting more gruesome and funnier at the same time, which is a bit of a miracle, really. It's very clever.
I'm always happy to come back, and I always have a good time here.
All right, mate. Let's hear it for Sir Gary Oldman. How about that? Slow Horses, Slow House, back on Apple TV Plus. 2 episodes available, and the next episode drops tomorrow. All right, that is it. Once again, Sir Gary Oldman. Sir Gary Oldman. There you go.
Thank you.